I can't imagine how horrifying that must have been to be Steph Curry in that moment when you're standing across from perhaps the greatest dribbler in the history of the planet.
I think that's what you do with Kyrie. I just foul him. I just foul him every time.
Excuse me, flight attendant, may I please have some headphones and an inflatable air cask, please? I think I broke my ankle.
I love the energy. Again, this is the podcast that called for chasing refs into their locker room. We support it.
Yeah, why are you bringing the ball in? You're the guy who's got to shoot it. And he throws it, and as soon as he passes it in, fucking sprints, gone straight to the ball to go get it.
He's going to be all-star caliber. Fuck all-star caliber. He's going to be an all-star this season. He's going to be an all-star. Fuck all-star this season. He's going to be the face of the fucking league.
Jason, if you could attend any fictional basketball game, like from a movie or a TV show or a music video even, which ones are you gonna go to? You could pick as many as 3 if you want. You don't have to.
As many as 3?
But which one would you go to?
Okay.
Yeah, like you have a podium. Put together a podium.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Your fictional basketball game podium.
Number
you would
one,
like to
because
attend.
of travel. I'm here in LA, and I want to minimize my travel. So Escape from LA. Snake.
I love that one.
Plissken, competing in one of the most hellacious games, really, like ever.
The highest
stakes you could have
for a basketball game.
So that's right in town. I could just go to that.
You could go to that. Wait, let's explain it in case somebody hasn't seen the movie. Snake Plissken, played by Kurt Russell. He ends up having to play a basketball game for his life. And the rules of the game are, this is a full court outdoor basketball court. He has to score 10 points. He gets a 10-second shot clock, and he has to shoot on opposite goals every single time. So ideally, if you were super fast, what you could do, they start the clock, you make a layup on one end, you got to sprint to the other side before 10 seconds goes, make a layup, sprint to the other side, you got to do this 5 times. This is essentially what you have to do. And the guy in charge very clearly states nobody has ever been able to do this, because if you don't score 10 points, if you miss a shot, if the shot clock goes off, if for whatever reason you don't complete this, you die, you get shot to death. And so that's what he has to do. And the first one is a layup, nice and easy. But then he bobbles the rebound. And so now he's lost some time. By the time he gets to the other side, he's got to shoot like a 10-foot bank shot. And now it's just getting worse and worse. By the third shot, he's got to shoot a 3-pointer. By the fourth shot, he's shooting a half-court shot. And the last one is a full-court one-handed shot that he's shooting, by the way, wearing leather pants and an eye patch.
So he has no...
And if he misses it, he dies.
With the eye patch...
no depth perception.
No depth perception. We cannot stress this enough. He can't tell how far away these things are. Specific, and in particular the really far ways, the half-court shots and stuff, he can't see this stuff. Yeah. I mean, you want to talk about clutch performer.
But he makes it. He makes every single one. The most clutch basketball performer we have ever seen.
I got to be at that game.
Ever.
I got to.
Michael Jordan... Yes. LeBron, Reggie, Steph, get them out of here. Snake Plissken.
I got to be at that game. Next.
You got to be there.
I want to keep it in town again. Maybe I can see a couple games in one day. Little drive across town to Venice for the American History X pickup game.
Oh my God. You're picking the gnarliest games possible.
This one.
The race war game. You want to see Derek?
This one I'm going to watch with like a telephoto lens from really far away, so I don't get involved in any of the after game shenanigans that stuff kicked off. Like I don't want to be real close. But I do want to watch this game. And again, it's kind of a really famous game that's in town. Another game that is it clear yet that I've picked games that Shea Serrano has written extensively about?
in this one, two things I want to point out here. Number one, I need to know, who are you rooting for, the white team or the black team?
I just want to see it. I'm just there. It's kind of like, it's like going back.
No, you got to pick a side.
Oh, well, that's the black team. I'm rooting for the black team.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
look at Zuri playing the applause.
And
okay, the second part to point out here is that Derek his criticism while he's sitting in the bleachers watching the game is he's mad that the other team is showboating. Yeah. There's a black player and he's like, look at him throwing a no look pass or whatever. Like, he gets mad about that. And then when he comes into the game, he does all of the same stuff. Behind the back for no reason, no look, reverse dunk. He's fucking White Allen Iverson. It was a disaster. But your first 2 picks, very gnarly picks.
I mean, why keep it normal? And then finally, gosh, this is tough. It's not technically a game, but it's a great shot. And there's kind of like talking and dribbling that's going on. The Alien Resurrection basketball game in which the genetically engineered Sigourney Weaver just goes nuts for a period of time.
Yeah.
Again, not a legitimate like full game, but I think I would just love to see it. Space. I've never been to space. I've already saved a lot of time on my in-town travel, and so I can afford to take a trip to some amount of light months away to watch the Alien Resurrection game.
There's a great video on YouTube of that moment where in the movie. The video is a split screen, so you're seeing Sigourney Weaver and then you're seeing the other people on there. And she's supposed to just throw the ball up out of the shot, and then they're going to CGI it going in. But she throws it and it actually goes in. And there's a close up of Ron Perlman, and when it goes in, he totally breaks character, and it's just like, oh my fucking god!
He just goes, motherfucker. You can kind of hear like the set. Like start to go, but then realize they're in an active take and they can't make noise.
It's so good.
It's so good.
That's a great pick.
Yeah. What are your picks?
There's the other one in the Alien universe where what's Prometheus. His name?
On the bicycle.
Prometheus when he's on the bicycle and he's throwing a hook shot from like fucking 3-point range while on a bicycle, just swishing it in. I would pick were I to choose 3 games to go to. I'm gonna go to LA first. I want to go to the first game that they play in White Men Can't Jump.
Okay, great.
Where we get introduced to Billy. But I want to stick around for the shooting contest afterwards between Billy and Sydney. It's great. I think it's the best basketball movie that's ever been made. I think it's the best sports movie that's ever been made.
Amazing movie.
That's my favorite part of the movie is the very beginning. I want to go see that game. When I went to LA for the very first time, this is when we were at Grantland, and I had like we're there and we have a meeting or whatever, and then we got some free time. And there's a guy named, I don't know if you remember him, named Michael Philbrick.
Yeah, Philbrick
was his name. And I used to always call him Philip Brick. And he was like, hey, Shea, do you want to like go get some food or you want to hang out or something? And I said, no, what I want to do is I want to go to where they played the basketball game at White Man Can't Jump. Can you take me there? And he took me there. He drove me there. It was like an hour and a half to get there, and he drove me there. And it was awesome. I want to go to that game. I want to go to the championship game at Above the Rim.
Oh, hell yeah.
With Shep, when Shep shows up in the second half. In the fourth quarter, it's like a 2.5 minute stretch where he's like 14 for 14 from the field, 10 for 10 on threes, where no foul is hard enough to get ejected. He's playing in corduroy pants and a long sleeve shirt against like a team of actual murderers.
10 for 10 on threes in corduroy is crazy.
Outdoor. Yeah. I want to go to that one. And then lastly, I think I want to go to the final game of Blue Chips.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go Western versus Indiana. Nice. They're the number 1 team in the country, and we can kick their ass. Like I want to see Shaq with a game-winning alley-oop, but also I want to stick around for the post-game press conference when he melts down and he admits to all the cheating. And I want to see it all. I want to see it all. I want to see every single part. That's my 3. Oh man. I asked this because I was rewatching Blue Chips.
I love that movie.
Recently. It's good.
It's really good.
Shaq, Penny, great in the movie.
People don't...
Butch,
it's
great. So
crazy that they were in that movie, like at the beginning of their careers when they were white hot. Mm-hmm. It was it was legitimately insane that they were in that movie.
You want to start the show?
Start it.
From Wondery, I'm Shea Serrano.
I'm Jason Concepcion.
And this is 6 Trophies.
Hello, I'm Jason Concepcion, and welcome to Six Trophies, a podcast series hosted by myself and Shea Serrano, in which we comb through all the NBA news from the past week and then hand out 6 pop culture-themed trophies for 6 basketball-related activities. In this episode, Kyrie and Tim Hardaway Jr. get really, really hot. The NBA has a very bad 24 hours. The Clippers make fun of Rudy Gobert. All that and more. Let's hand out some trophies.
We do 2 sets of trophies, the big trophies and the little trophies. The big trophies are first. These ones are the same every week. First up, the Denzel Washington and Training Day Trophy, given out to whoever it is who had the best overall performance of the week. This week's winner, Kyrie Irving and Tim Hardaway Jr.
They win the second game of a back-to-back against the Pelicans, or a 2-game stand against the Pelicans. They are now 2-3 without Luka Doncic. The other win coming against my beloved Knicks. A very disappointing loss in that game, but man, those guys are playing. Now, let me say this. A guy like Tim Hardaway Jr. hits 9 threes in today's NBA. What are you going to do? You just tip your hat.
What are you going to do? Yeah. you gotta just let it happen. Kyrie scores 42. Oof. Tim has 41. Oof. It was a lot of fun. Dallas is playing. I mean, I think they're like 6-4 in their last 10 games. So they're not setting the world on fire, but they're playing well. And I think we all expected when Luka went down for them to lose every single game, and they haven't. So it feels like a win. It feels like a win. As much as I hate to say it, as a Spurs fan. They've been doing
I think
all
Tim
right.
Hardaway Jr. hit like one more 3 than the entire starting lineup of the Pelicans in this game. BI was horrendous. BI was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And man, they were setting the world on fire. Kyrie Irving, is he the best? Who's the best ball handler you've ever seen?
Kyrie is in the conversation. Right? You got to have him. I was recently rewatching a bunch of old Detroit Pistons basketball
Isaiah
games.
Was amazing. Yeah.
Because they're on YouTube, like full
Isaiah
games.
Was crazy.
Isaiah was incredible.
Was crazy.
Like, he didn't have a ton of tricks, but you just couldn't get the ball from him. You just couldn't get it.
He knew his angles. He knew his angles really well.
Yeah. There's that one great clip of when they're like all swarming around him, and he's just got it real low dribbling in like a circle, basically.
That finger dribbling stuff is I think that comes from like an old Pistol Pete drill. Pistol Pete had that a classic version of that kind of instructional video. That, I mean, if you look at interviews, especially from guys overseas during like the 80s and the 90s and the early years of like the spread of pro basketball. So many people learned to dribble and learn their tricks from those Pistol Pete drills that just were like taped copies. But that reminds me of, have you ever seen the clip of Kyrie Irving doing the finger dribbling drill where he just dribbles with each finger and like moves like a piano player? Bro.
It's nuts. I think there's one video of him talking about where he practiced dribbling by putting a basketball inside of a plastic bag to like make it slippery. Great. It's like you watch him dribble and just, this is a master at it. Kyrie, in his last 5 games, 42.7 rebounds, 7 assists. That's the last game. 33, 5 and 6, 44, 4 and 10, 33, 8 and 4, 35, 8 and 5. He's going kind of crazy.
He's going crazy right now.
And it's awesome. And I can't wait for the playoffs. Could you imagine having a guard Kyrie Irving? You know what I think had to have been the worst moment for a player in basketball history of the last 25 years is Game 7, 2016 NBA Finals. The game is tied. Yes. There's a few seconds left. There's less than a minute. And they get the ball into Kyrie Irving's hand and they run a play so that Steph Curry has to guard him. I can't imagine how horrifying that must have been to be Steph Curry in that moment when you're standing across from perhaps the greatest dribbler in the history of the planet, under the biggest possible stage or lights on the biggest possible stage, and you've got to stop this guy, and you know he's going to do something.
I was watching this interview with one of those European football, so soccer podcast, where I forget the name of John Obi Mikel. I forget who it was. Some defender from Chelsea back in the day was talking about like what the game plan to stop Messi was. And he was like, man, you just kick him. I think that's what you do with Kyrie. I just foul him. I just foul him every time. I just foul him every time.
Fuck it.
I just like come in. It's every late time. In the game. Maybe they probably won't call it. It's the NBA final. Let's go in there and like hit him in the ribs.
They asked Willie Green, or the reporter asked, how do you prepare for Kyrie Irving? And Willie Green said, you just pray. That's all you can do. You just pray.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Yeah. You can't do anything else. He's fucking Kyrie Irving. This is only the second 40-point game of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s career, which, great for him. I love to see him balling. I was a big fan of his father. The killer crossover. Remember that? It's great to see.
I remember there was a clip of Magic Johnson in one of those like, great guards of the NBA video that they used to have, where Magic was talking about Tim Hardaway Jr. and he described him as like a Lamborghini. It's just like fast. Yeah. It just goes by you. And I thought that was one of the greatest descriptions.
Yeah. Honorable mention. He didn't get to win it this week, but Damian Lillard hitting the game winner for his 2,500. There it is. 3-pointer is a game winner at the buzzer. And he looks so happy. He's, Dame very famously does the like, I'm too cool to celebration, which is great. It always works. But and he does it here. He hits the shot. He's pointing at his wrist, doing the Dame type thing, looking very cool and serious. But a little while later, all of the Bucks are around him, and they're all doing it, and he's doing it, and he's got a big smile on his face. Chris Haynes in the Yahoo editorial booth is doing it. He's doing the Dame time thing. There was a great moment after that game where Giannis was like, "That's the greatest clutch shot, game-winning shot in Bucks history," and people were like, "Well, hold on, what about Chris Middleton in the run to the championship? What about yourself?" And then Giannis goes on to explain why. His shot was just my shot was like it was a mid-range shot. Chris was like, the ball went into the post, came back out to him. He was open as an open 3-point shot. Chris, and he goes like, Chris is going to hate this, but it's true. And then he's like, but Dame got it at the opposite, at the far end of the court, had to take 2 dribbles and then kind of fading to his left, hits the shot like basically almost from the logo. It's a better shot. And it was really fun to see that. There's something to be said about a player who you're like, he's going to get the ball and he's going to do this. And then they do it. And you're like, and then they do it. What's great is when you watch the replay, this is very similar to when he hit the game winner against Houston. If you go back and you rewatch that replay, they're waiting to bring the ball in. As soon as the guy slaps the ball or initiates the play, Damian Lillard just fucking sprints toward him, because the play wasn't originally for Damian Lillard, right? It was originally for LaMarcus Aldridge, and he was like, I want the ball. I think it was Mo Williams told him, hey, go get the fucking ball when we start this play. Like, this is your game, right? But he goes, boom, immediately, no fear, nothing. And in this one, you see him bringing the ball in. Why are you bringing the ball in? You're the guy who's got to shoot it. And he throws it, and as soon as he passes it in, fucking sprints, gone straight to the ball to go get it. I love that about Damian Lillard. He will never miss a shot because he's afraid. He'll just miss it because he missed it, but it will never be because
Sacramento
he's afraid.
Kings, guard the inbounder. Why, pick him up sooner? God. You let him get ahead of steam running towards half court, and you're cooked by then. You're cooked because now you're just hoping you miss.
You're done. You're toast.
Get up on him.
It's over. Honorable mention. Damian Lillard. Next trophy. The Lauryn Hill, you might win some, but you just lost 1 trophy. Give it out to whoever it is who had the worst performance of the week. This week's winner, it was blowout day in the NBA.
Blowout day.
Ugh, I hate it.
The TV deal is coming towards the end of its life. A new TV deal in the offing. The valuation of the NBA product as high as it can go, ahead of one of the most pivotal TV deals looming. The current deal is over at the end of this season. And there's, a lot of suitors out there, and everything that they have done strategically in terms of the structure of the league heading into the season, with the new load management rules, basically eliminating that, saying stars have to play, all of these things, has been to pump the value of the NBA. And in this national televised game, you had a bunch of games going on, but on TNT, You had a blowout of such a humongous magnitude, Bucks Celtics, that something I've never seen happened, which is TNT was like, we're going away from this game in a second. We're not going to.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
Joe Mazzulla decided, for reasons that are completely inexplicable, that, you know what? My guys don't have it tonight. We're getting killed. It's halftime. I'm not bringing my starters out. What? Leading to the TNT going away from the game, they went to a Mavericks game that was also a blowout, and they almost went to an OKC game that was also a blowout. While this is going on, around in the same 24-hour span, the Paris games were happening. So you had the Nets versus the Cavs in Paris. Mbappe was there. Cristiano Ronaldo was there. Christina Milian, who I have fond feelings for still. A star-studded event in Paris. You're trying to grow the game, keep it a global game. You have no French players playing on either team. And then the Nets get completely dominated by the Cavs. Basically, the end score was kind of close, but they were getting killed the whole time. So that the Nets then decide, we're going to hack at Tristan Thompson. They hack Tristan Thompson for 3 minutes in front of the Parisian fans. They have to
in front of Mbappe.
In front of Mbappe. Watch Tristan Thompson take free throws, and he gets so upset that he then decides to try and fight Nick Claxton. This was a disaster for the marketing project that Adam Silver is trying to build here ahead of a new TV deal. It was a disastrous 24 hours in the NBA.
Could you imagine you're Mbappe? Everybody's like, you got to go check out the NBA. Like it's exciting. You're maybe the most electrifying athlete on the planet. You're gonna go watch this basketball game. And then you watch Tristan Thompson shooting free throws. That's what you got to do. Now,
he made the first one. This is what's great. He makes the first one. The first one they do, he makes it. Starts talking shit to the Cavs bench. Oh, yeah? Misses the second.
Let him hear it. Let him hear it.
The second. They hack him again. Misses both. And then he tries to fight Nick Claxton. The NBA, it's fantastic. Hey, Paris, come on down and watch this incredible product. Now, let me ask you this. Why no French players? You think they like the Wizards have Koulibaly and
there's
Wemby
no famous French player in the NBA right now. Like, who do they have? Who's the famous French player? There's not one. There's not one that everybody's super excited about. That would be a gigantic draw that does incredible things every single game. I can't think of one.
Why did they do this? Why did they include no French players?
I have no idea what they were thinking.
Maybe they were thinking like you. No idea. You guys have seen these guys already. Like you saw Wemby for his whole life.
Maybe. That must be it. So here's Dennis Smith Jr. I missed the music. I kind of missed it. The Spurs, not a great season.
No, but
we're 7-32 or something right now.
Yeah, but I feel like they're doing it on purpose again because like Pop is just letting guys do stuff. It's like,
maybe. I thought we were going to be in a playoffs.
Yeah,
but we're not.
I mean, Wemby. Here's the thing.
We're not.
Wemby had a triple-double the other day, like in 20 minutes. This guy is. It's insane how good he is.
Let's move on. The next trophy. Dominic Toretto, I live my life a quarter mile at a time trophy. Give it out to whoever it is who made a short-term decision with no regard for future consequence. This week's winner, Russ and the Clips making fun of Rudy Gobert on the bench. I love it. I love it. Rudy Gobert goes to the free throw line. He's missing free throws. He misses the first one. They all start to giggle.
I mean,
there's no way he's going to miss the second one. There's no way. And then he airballs the second one and they explode. Everybody's over there laughing.
They're pointing.
It's, I like it. I'm a fan. I think it's great. I like it too. I think it does too. I think it's two parts of this are cool. Number one, it's just cool to talk shit. It's just cool. Somebody messed up and you talk shit. It just makes the moment more fun. But number two, what it does is it lets me know this Clippers team is dangerous. They lost that game. They lost that game. Let's be clear about that.
They did lose that game with Russ like bricking a layup late in the game to help seal the loss.
Yeah.
Like
Karma reeled him in. Karma reeled him in. That's what happens. But the Clippers are good. They're playing very good basketball. And watching them do this, you go, oh, they like each other now. They like each other. This is a team that's having fun.
I feel like, just on behalf of myself, maybe not the podcast, but just myself, I feel like I have to mildly apologize. Like the last Clippers coverage was the truly awful start early in the James Harden project. But man, they've gone on a tear since. They have got the NBA's second best regular season record since 2011-12 with a 619 winning record over that span. And then since that shaky part of when James Harden just got there, they've just been on a tear. They've been on a tear to the point that LeBron James is like praising Ty Lue, clearly trying to lure him to the Lakers. They look really good. Don't look now, but they match up really well against the Nuggets. They've got a good size.
Yeah.
And man, if Kawhi is playing like this, if James Harden is playing like this, they have the kind of chemistry stuff that you were worried about, like who's going to get the ball when. Like Kawhi and PG have looked okay at the times when Harden is really dominating the ball, of being like kind of spot up guys and picking their spots. There's been, it hasn't looked, it's just looked really smooth. They are a scary team, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but look out for the Clippers.
Look out for the Clippers,
they're a
baby.
Contender. They're a real contending team.
They're 16-4 at home this season. They're hard to beat when they're at home. They're 6th in the NBA and at home in plus minus differential, which is like, sure, they're 4th in field goal percentage. They shoot 49.8% for the field. Like, they're playing good basketball. They're having fun. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. It's feeling real dangerous.
They are a dangerous team. Now, health, of course, any of these guys could get injured at any given time. And that's even more pointed now, the threat of it, because PG and Kawhi are obviously your James Harden in the playoffs insurance, like the part of why you hope this works. Right? That's part of the reason for doing this is like, well, Harden gives you insurance if one of PG or Kawhi gets hurt, and Kawhi and PG give you insurance if James Harden is James Harden in the postseason. Any of those things can happen, but right now, man, they look dangerous. They look really dangerous.
They look dangerous. In the West, it's Minnesota. I'm scared of Minnesota, right? When I say I'm scared, I'm talking about if I'm another team, I'm a little bit afraid of Minnesota. I'm not that afraid of OKC, even though they're playing well. I'm not afraid of them yet. I'm afraid of Denver. Are you afraid of the Clippers right now? Yeah, right. They're part of that I'm afraid of them category.
I'm officially afraid of them. Here's the teams in the West that I am afraid of. I am afraid of the Denver Nuggets, obviously, because they just have like the best chemistry. They have like almost like a telepathic, like connection. And Jokic is just fucking around right now. Like, he's just fucking around.
He's just fucking around.
Right. The Clippers would be second because all those guys are tested. And again, you have the insurance against James Harden becoming James Harden in the playoffs. Then I'd go to the Timberwolves. I'm not that scared of them because I feel like their offense still looks like we're just out-talenting teams, and their defense is legit. But offensively, they're just like, Anthony Edwards is just really good. Cat is really talented, and we're just going to rely on that. And it's hard to ignore the fact that in their previous couple of postseason appearances, they just looked like the dumbest team in the postseason, just doing the dumbest shit. And OKC, I feel like, needs like another 2 hours in the oven before they're really scary.
Yeah.
So that's
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you. Next trophy. The Daniel Plainview. I've abandoned my child. I've abandoned my boy trophy.
I've abandoned my child. I've abandoned my boy.
We just give it out to whoever, whatever it is we're temporarily giving up on for the week. This week's winner Being nice to the refs. We're abandoning it. Get it out of here. We are no longer going to be nice to the refs. Nobody in the league.
So last week, featured some really great anti-ref screeds.
Oh man.
Really meaty ones. And I think the best two, certainly the most viral two, were Coach Darko of the Raptors.
Coach Darko
went on a furious, like, spittle flying screed about how Scotty Barnes is going to be the face of the NBA, and the Raptors and him are not getting the respect they deserve, and how the NBA and the refs had basically decided that the Lakers were going to win that game. Now, Scotty Barnes, the face of the league. I don't know about it.
The face of the league, the new LeBron James.
I don't know about it, but I absolutely love the passion. And then Mike Brown, who I expect any moment now, the league is going to drop a huge fine on. A huge fine on, brought out an iPad and just started running through all of the non-calls on Darren Fox late in the game. I love it. I love the energy. Again, this is the podcast that called for chasing refs into their locker room. We support it.
I have for a long time now been a Mike Brown supporter. You know, he has ties back to San Antonio. So I'm like, let's go Mike Brown. I'm gonna root for Mike Brown in all instances with regard to basketball. I had zero feelings about Coach Darko prior to this moment. I'm like, okay, sure, he's like the new coach of the Raptors, whatever. I'll never pay attention to anything he does if they don't make the playoffs or anything else like that. And then this happened, and immediately 2.5 minutes later, I was like, I would give my life for Darko. That's what I would do. I loved it. I'm right there with you. He was so hot. He was so mad, screaming and yet if I was one of the refs in that game, oftentimes a coach goes crazy on the refs, and I'm like, if I was a ref, that would not bother me at all. But he went into like dad mode. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is shameful. Shame on the league. Shame on you. Shame. Oh my God. Just screaming, saying, if we don't need to, if you're just going to let them win, just let us know ahead of time. We won't show up. That's fine. Like, we don't need to waste our time. Like, he was going in. Zuri, can we hear like 15 seconds?
Please do it. Yeah, I got to hear it.
Just going.
That's outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. 23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Like, how to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all of that, but we have star players in our team as well. How's possible is
Scotty Barnes, baby,
all-star caliber player in this league. He goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without.
Let him have it, Darko,
and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2.
What about Scotty?
For the whole game.
What about Scotty?
Scotty Barnes is going to be the all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been calling you back. It's a complete crap.
Just give them the win.
Yes. What about him? Yes. I love it.
I love it.
And I love it. Listen, the evolution of Scotty Barnes just in that quote, all-star caliber. He's going to be all-star caliber. Fuck all-star caliber. He's going to be an all-star this season. He's going to be an all-star. Fuck all-star this season. He's going to be the face of the fucking league.
Coach Darko, go. Keep going, sir.
How dare you do this to him? I love it.
This is the stuff. If in 2 weeks we look back at this and the Raptors have gone on like a 7-game winning streak or whatever, it's going to be because of this. Because this kind of thing will pull a team together.
And then you get an email from Slam that's like, "Hey, can you do a feature on Scotty Barnes? A new cover feature on Scotty Barnes? He's the face of the league now."
Fucking Coach Darko.
I love it.
Rick Carlisle was also in there taking some shots. It was great. What a great time. What a great time if you're not an NBA referee. Next trophy. The Chief Keef, that's that shit I don't like trophy, which is given out to a player, team, whoever does something that we just don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. This week's winner, Bulls fans. Boo. Bulls fans booing during the Ring of Honor celebration. They're listing all the people who are going to be inducted into the Ring of Honor, the Bulls Ring of Honor. They put Jerry Krause's picture up on the Jumbotron, the deceased Jerry Krause. Fans start booing. Yeah. We see that his wife is there. She's in tears. What are y'all doing? This is terrible.
That was the most savage.
You got to not do this.
The most savage thing I've seen in a while.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Let me just say this. This is a poorly planned event. You know MJ and Scotty are not going to be there, right? Now, MJ was at the national championship game, but could not come to this because he hates Scotty and Scotty hates him. Number one, why are you doing it if they're not going to be there? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you got to wait. You got to wait. They'll make up eventually. Just wait.
Just wait. And second of all, that Bulls fans have toxic, tortured feelings towards Jerry Krause for various reasons that we won't get into now. This was very much a possibility. Poorly planned. But the thing I really want to talk about, because fans will be fans, it's horrible, it's terrible, it is a shame, it's a shame on the league, it's a shame for the Bulls fans. Stacey King commenting during the game that followed would go on to say, he's, saying the fans terrible, this, and then he goes on to say, that's not how Chicago does it. That's New York. That's Philly. Hold on a second. Philly, I get it. They've got a reputation. What did we do? What did New York do? and lastly, y'all are booing the widow Krause. I think that is you. And don't forget, let's not forget, this is not Chicago. Remember when a father and son White Sox fans attacked a first base coach during a game and caused him permanent hearing loss? Guys, I think this is the Chicago way, as they say in The Untouchables. Stacey King, don't take shots at New York for what did we do? Again, we've never booed a widow. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, this was horrible.
Terrible. Horrible. You gotta plan it better, as you said. You gotta before you put Jerry Krause's picture up there, because they're gonna boo. They're gonna boo. They've been booing him for decades, literal decades, the mention of his name. So you have to invert it. You've got to put the wife up there first.
Smart.
And here we have, you know what I mean? And then you go to it. And then it's like, all right, we probably won't boo this time. You got to do something. It was just so heartbreaking to see that poor woman just getting shredded to bits. Her
absolutely
emotions.
Horrendous. Oh my God. Come on.
I don't like it. Zuri, play the pop soundbite. This is not who we are. Knock it off.
I think it is.
Cut it off.
I think if you do it, it is.
Can we stop all the booing? Let these guys play. It's got no class. It's not who we are. Knock off the booing.
Here again, rule of thumb. If you're doing any kind of 90s Bulls, Ring of Honor, celebration ceremony, jersey, retire, whatever. If Michael and Scotty are not there, let's just not do it for now. Let's just not do it.
Wait, you gotta wait. They should have also included the guy from The Last Dance with the perm who beat Michael playing
also deceased.
Quarters.
I think he also is deceased.
Yeah, he passed away, but put him up there.
Yeah.
That's a cheer. People are gonna go crazy for him. He was awesome.
He was awesome.
He's
maybe the only guy beat MJ during that run.
The only guy. Patrick Ewing couldn't do it. Reggie Miller couldn't do it. Karl Malone and John Stockton couldn't do it.
The Magic did it. To be fair, the Magic did it.
That doesn't count.
Stop it.
That doesn't
count.
count.
Don't be one of these people. Why does it not count? Bulls fans are always like, well, that doesn't count. Michael had baseball body and he had they were killing. Michael was averaging 35.
He wasn't there for the whole season.
He was averaging 35 in the playoffs. They had all their guys. I don't want to hear it. The Magic beat them and it counts. It counts.
Nothing. All right. I concede. Damn it. Next trophy, the Step Brothers Catalina Wine Mixer Trophy, given out to the thing we're most excited about for the upcoming week. This week's winner, taking a trip to Indianapolis. Oh my God. So, as a way to promote All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis, a great basketball state, maybe the greatest basketball state, as a way to promote it, the NBA installs, I believe it was the NBA, they installed a full court basketball court in the airport of cool. Indianapolis. And it looks great. It looks awesome. Pictures started popping up on social media. Now, the sucky thing is you're not allowed to play on it. You can walk on it and you can take pictures on it or whatever. But you can't play on it. Somebody's going to play on it. Somebody's playing on it. Somebody's waiting for a flight that got postponed and they're there for 3.5 hours. And they're like, fuck it. Let me get some shots up. It's going to happen.
It's one of my kind of like short-term goals in life right now is to go there and just tear my ACL on that fucking court.
Before your flight?
Before a flight. It's just pop. I heard a pop as I'm going up, as I'm doing like a crossover or something on a kid. Like I'm crossing over a child and I tear my ACL. That's why they don't let people play on it, by the way. It's because the amount of career-ending injuries, of vacation pausing injuries would be just titanic. People would be just falling out all over the place.
Excuse me, flight attendant, may I please have some headphones and an inflatable air cask, please, for my, because I think I broke my ankle. I think I broke it. I really want to go see this court.
Me too.
We weren't able to peer pressure Amazon into sending us to the in-season tournament championships. We're starting the public peer pressure campaign to get us to All-Star Weekend
2024.
so that Jason and I can play. We're going to play one-on-one on the Indianapolis Airport basketball court.
We're going to do the Snake Plissken.
We're going to play one-on-one to 15.
Snake Plissken Challenge.
Oh, we're going to do the Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken Challenge on the Indiana Airport court.
Yes. All right. You be Snake. I'll be the bad guy. How many shots would you make? You've got the 10-second shot.
0 for 10. I don't know. I think maybe I can make. I don't know. I don't think I could make any of the shots, to be honest with you.
I could for sure. I could make one. I could get down the court in 10 seconds one time. I think after that, just shoot me in the head. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. We didn't talk about this in the movie. He makes all the shots, and the bad guy's like, fucking shoot him anyway.
That's crazy.
I don't care. Like he didn't even honor
that's
like
nuts.
The man just made a full court shot. You got to let him go. Let him go.
You have
let him
to.
Go.
I thought LA was a basketball town. Anyway.
Let's do the little trophies. These ones change each week and are situation specific. That for the smaller storylines that we want to mention, but don't need to get all the way into. My first little trophy. I'm doing all Ron Swanson this week. I'm doing a Parks and Rec
I'm
rewatch,
rewatching it as well,
and he's just the best.
We just watched the Tammy One episode where he shaves his eyebrows and Tammy One is in town. Yeah.
My first little trophy, the Ron Swanson. Please talk more about how you hate Europe and basketball's trophy.
Please talk more about how you hate Europe and bicycles.
I didn't realize I wrote this before we did the other thing, but I'm giving it to the Hackett Thompson thing that happened in Paris. I didn't like it.
It was terrible. You should not be allowed to do that overseas. Anyway, my first little trophy is the George W. Bush Now Watch This Drive trophy, too.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
To DeJounte Murray for the following quote, asked by TNT about the rumors that the Spurs are looking towards reacquiring him, a reunion with his old team and with Greg Popovich. DeJounte Murray said the following. DeJounte Murray, again, an active member of the Atlanta Hawks. Quote, Pop is like a father to me. I would welcome that. But right now I'm a Hawk. I'm going to stay professional and play the right way. I love that DeJounte felt the need to stress. Listen, I'm not going to come out here and just dog it. I understand that the Hawks pay me millions of dollars, but let's be clear. I want to get the fuck out of here. I want to go back. I loved it.
They just beat the Spurs too. I would welcome him back. Come on home, DeJounte. We brought back Sean Elliott. We bring back DeJounte.
Yeah.
Come on.
You have to fight the Knicks for him.
Come on back. My next little trophy, the Ron Swanson, damn it, I just love it so much trophy.
Of accomplishment and pride. Damn it, I just love it so much.
Are you okay?
To the Miami Heat for building Dwayne Wade the statue that he has deserved for years.
Absolutely.
The greatest Miami Heat player in franchise history. Multiple time NBA champion. Give him his statue. What a great basketball figure, especially in retirement. It's cool to see one of two things happen. We've talked briefly about this before, but one of two things happens when you retire. Your legend grows or your legend shrinks. Those are the only two things that can happen.
He's a legend.
Right?
Yeah.
With Dwayne Wade, his legend is growing, which is great because he was always undervalued. He was always underappreciated because he came in the league at the same time as LeBron. It was LeBron, Carmelo, and Dwayne Wade. Those are the three, right? From that 2003 draft class. So he was always third place on the podium when everyone was talking about everyone else, despite the fact he was the first one to win a championship amongst the three, despite the fact that in his very first playoff series, he hits the game-winning buzzer beater. Like he did all of the things that you wanted this player to do. I'm so happy he's getting his trophy, and I'm so happy his legend is growing in retirement and not shrinking.
He had the best pump fake, I think, ever.
Forget about
because everybody knew. That every scouting report had Dwayne Wade can't shoot from three. Don't bite on it. Everybody been on it every single time. Every single time for his entire career, they've been on it. Amazing. Love him. My next little trophy is the Edith Piaf Sous le ciel de Paris trophy to Ben Simmons. What's that?
Is that the music that's playing when you're making your marmalade? Yes. That's what you're playing in your house?
By the way, get ready because you're getting some. You're getting some this week.
I know it.
To Ben Simmons, who is getting close, was not able to play in Paris, Cavs Nets, but did manage to release a 3-minute, 10-second video about him going to Paris that shows him working out, walking the streets of Paris, etc. And I wanted to give him this trophy because as a guy, I about a year ago, I hurt my back in a really dumb way, but I couldn't do anything for like a month and a half. And I can't think of a more trying, painful, tortuous thing to do with a bad back than sit on a transatlantic flight to Paris for hours. Shouts to Ben Simmons for fighting through that pain to get that video out. Can't wait to see you back on the court real soon, Ben.
Dedication to content. My last little trophy. The Ron Swanson, you are an unstoppable good idea machine trophy.
What do you say we go out to the parking lot and run a few pass plays to burn off the calories?
You are an unstoppable good idea machine.
To the NBA for allowing LaMelo Ball to expose the once banned tattoo that he had on his neck. Oh, we changed our mind.
Forget it.
We changed
that was stupid.
This should have never happened in the first place, but we're reversing it now. It's a good idea. Great job.
I think they were just like, you guys suck so bad nobody's watching you anyway. Like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. You guys are terrible. My final little trophy is the Fleetwood Mac Tell Me Lies, Tell Me Sweet Little Lies trophy to Ivica Zubac, my guy, for telling Paul George that LeBron's dunk on him in a much-needed Laker win over the Clippers, that LeBron's absolutely incredible dunk on him wasn't that bad. I need a friend like Zubac. Zuri, play this clip.
Before I could think about the next thing to do, I was just stuck.
I mean, he took off from far and you was there. I don't think it was that bad. Like, you kind of got out of the way. If you fell down,
if I would have fell, then it would have been.
You kind of got out of the way.
Zoo, he 100% did not get out of the way. He was 100% in that dunk. But my esteem for him went up 1,000-fold. What a teammate for Zoo to just be. I need people.
What a teammate.
That's like, you're not this person in my life because you'll just be like, you fucked up. That was terrible. But everybody needs a friend in their life that'll just be like, man, nah, that was fine. Yeah, nobody.
You didn't mean to burn the house down. Like, no, people, they were going to move out of that house anyway.
Happens. That's why they have fire departments.
Not that big a deal.
That's why they have fire departments. Fires happen. Don't worry about it.
Fucking Zoo. What a great team. We talked about when they were making fun of Rudy Gobert. When you go back and you watch that clip, Zoo is in that little. He's in the mess of players right there, just laughing along with him. He seems like he's having a great time this season. Also, and that's cool.
Also, I remember when on draft night, Zoo could not speak English, and now speaks wonderful English. Like, what an evolution of Zoo. Love that guy.
And I love this show. We did it again, Jason. Perfect from the field. Oh my God. We close every episode just by saying the names of underappreciated old basketball players with no context at all, while the theme music carries us out. Zuri, will you play the theme music, please? I'm Shea Serrano. That's Jason Concepcion. Producer Zuri in the shadows, making the noises. See y'all next Wednesday. Steve Hayes.
In honor of the Bulls' Ring of Honor, Judd Bushler, Bulls legend.
Ooh. I like it. George Johnson.
Ooh. Randy Brown.
I'm going old. Ooh. Clint Richardson.
The Blister himself, Alton Lister.
Andrew Toney.
Oh, Andrew Toney! The Boston Strangler. Travis Knight.
Leon Wood.
Andrew DeClerc. Mo Cheap.